Kelley Ford, segment 2, K Ford Ratings on X, also kfordratings.com. Hey, Kelley, let me ask you about a couple of these teams that's kind of stuck in the middle here. Marquette being one, 3% chance to win the whole thing based on your numbers, 9% chance to make the national championship game, and then Illinois. And I've noticed some people, they look at brackets and stuff around the country and picked Illinois. You look at Marquette, Illinois, Alabama, maybe even Creighton. Any of those teams that you like more than others that we could look up at the end of the weekend and they're in the Final Four?
Yeah, Jake, I think Illinois is probably the best team out of that group that you just mentioned. Now, it's tough because they got UConn in their bracket, and they'd have to go through them in the Elite Eight round there to make it to the Final Four. I think Illinois is the best team. I think Alabama, and I've talked about this with you before, Jake, their upside, I think, is incredible. Perhaps the Alabama upside better than any of these other teams' upside, but they can lay an absolute stinker on any given night, and we've seen that as well. I don't think Marquette, they've got the best chance out of this group to win their Sweet 16 game because they're playing NC State. And NC State is clearly, by my numbers, the worst team from a power rating standpoint remaining in this tournament. Yes, I know they won the ACC championship, but they are the worst team from a power rating standpoint. So you have to like their odds to make it to the Elite Eight. But Marquette is probably the worst team out of that group you just mentioned in terms of their own raw power rating. And the winner of that game, Marquette NC State, has to go up against Houston, who I still have power rated number one. I know it got close there in their round of 32 game, but they did pull it out even with the foul trouble. So I think Alabama's got the high upside. Illinois is probably the best out of the group. Marquette probably has the best chance out of any of them to make it to the Elite Eight.